And we're back with another video from a conservative's point of view on politics. Ooh, so it's been hot this week, huh? With Comey. Unbelievable, this guy. Like he hadn't done enough already, right? He is the dirty cat. Trump is right. The dude is totally working for the globalists, and everybody knows that. The whole planet knows that, you know? Now, here's a guy, right, with all the problems we've already had. And you have President Trump almost assassinated twice. And here's an FBI, an ex-FBI director, not just the FBI agent, but the director, just to go to show you how far these people will go, how far they have gone, and the crap that they do every day to ordinary people like you and I when they're trusted to do anything in government. Look what this guy does, right? So my thing is, right, I know that they're going to do an investigation, right? But if you're going to sit here and tell me that that guy don't know what he was talking about or what he wrote and started making some crap up about seashells that has nothing to do with what really happened, come on, man. You know what? He got away with it that first time around. I think it's up to us, the people, to pressure the shit out of the government to make sure that this guy goes to prison, for sure. You want to call an assassination on our living president? On a president that was elected by us, the people? Because you guys and the corruption have gotten to a point that you truly believe that you guys are untouchable, but you're wrong. We the people, we want you. We want you convicted, and we want you put in prison, and a lot of you are going to end up there. I'm telling you right now, you might have thought that you had it that good, and the globalists pumped you up to believe that that will never come, but that day is coming. So get ready for it. Comey, get ready for it. You're going down on that one. You don't threaten our president and just skate away like that. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. Don't tell me that you don't know what you were saying. We all know what you were saying. It's just that you think everybody's stupid because you're so used to dealing with liberals and Democrats that you believe that everybody's dumb like that, but we're not. We are watching you more than you're watching us, believe it or not. And now, let's change the tune for a second. Now the Democratic Party says that AOC is the best option. Shit, you can't give a wackadoo like that the presidency of the United States. Are you out of your mind? Not even if you are on medication, not even if you have been classified as totally insane, can you actually believe, right, that a woman like this, a bartender, is going to run the United States of America? People don't even take her serious. She can't even handle a little borough. She can't even represent the state that she works for and got elected for. She can't even do that. But here you are with these ideas. But in a way, it's great for us for us Republicans and conservatives, because that means the more they keep putting up those crazy puppets up there, the more they're going to lose at elections right away. Because people already know the game and they know what's going on. So there's really nothing to figure out with these people. You know, we already figured it out and we know what's going on, you know. So now let's get around to the whole bit with the politicians going over there to that ICE facility and pushing cops and getting into it with them because they ain't getting their way. You know what? Anybody could have went there. All they had to do was do the right thing, right? And go there and say that they wanted to see the facility, and they would have got an appointment and saw the facility like other reporters, like anyone else. But no, they wanted to make a point that because they're politicians, they can do whatever they want. Well, guess what? They got shut down. They're living under an illusion that they're better than everyone else. They're wrong. You know, these people that assaulted those ICE officers and all that, convict them. There's really nothing, oh, let's investigate. There's nothing to investigate. The video tells a story, you know, and I'm getting sick of, you know, people, it seems to me as if a congressman does something wrong, there's always some kind of hesitation to convict or deal with them. I don't understand why. They're people just like anybody else. These people are not gods on earth, man, and they are not above the law. And I'm going to tell you something. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? And you know what? Comey, I'm going to tell you something. You're a traitor, and you should be charged with treason big time. You understand? That's where you should end up in the deepest holes in prison. You understand? So let me tell you something. You people, even citizens, whoever you are, you need to watch out and you need to stop threatening our president. Let me tell you, you people are not that good. You are not that good. You understand? To take on a nation, because our president is our leader, but he has a nation right behind him to back him up. Don't get stupid. Don't get stupid. We've already had enough problems, and we don't need another one, because this will be the last problem we'll have. So whatever move you're going to make, and whatever you puppets that work for these globalists, you guys better think a long ways about what you're planning to do. And I hope to God it ain't what I'm thinking, because I'm telling you right now, this is not going to go over real smooth. It will not. It will not. It will change America forever. Forever. You have no idea how it's going to change America. Don't you threaten to assassinate our president. Let me tell you something, and walk around here like you think your shit don't stink. You understand? Now let's get to Jeffries. Another one, threatening. Oh, we already told the White House that, you better not come down this path. Listen here, bro. You scumbags are nothing but criminals, and I don't want to hear that you think that you're better, or you're threatening the White House, telling them that, in other words, if you try to put any of us in jail, this is what we're threatening you with. Dude, you gotta be out of your mind. You and every one of you idiots in politics right now that really believe that you can just take on this country like that. You are so far gone that you have no idea. No idea. This is why you're so blinded. Because you got a few handful of people. I'm going to give you 10 million people. From the 380 million, 370 million living in America, I'll give you 10 million. And the rest of them, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You really think you're just going to do some shit like that and it's just going to fly by? You think that this isn't going to be that way. But you know what? You guys know better, right? You think you know something? Stay away from our president. I'm telling you right now, I don't care who you think you are. Stay away from our president. Stay the hell away from the president we put in office. We, the people. You're going to learn, we the people, we're back and we're coming on real hard. And it ain't just a one-man team. It's a nation that's had it with the bullshit, the globalist bullshit, and all you corrupt politicians too. Law enforcement that's corrupt, whatever one of you guys are corrupted, you chose the wrong side. Big time, you chose the wrong side. We as a nation are not going to stand by and watch this. This movement that's happening right here is a nation tired of all the bullshit. Just done with it. We're not doing it. We're not having it. So just forget about it. Move on. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Now, so take a look at this. Look what happened when Trump goes out to Saudi Arabia. You know why all that happened and why those people respect Trump? Because he's a man to be respected. You understand? He does the right thing. The whole world knows that. You got Americans right here in the United States that hate this country, burn our flags and everything else. And then you got people in other countries chanting Trump's name. And they're not even American. That's how naive and ignorant your Democratic Party has become in the United States. I have a solution for that problem. It's a real easy solution. For all these corrupt people and politicians that are here in the United States, and every Democrat that wants communism so bad and hates this country so bad, I think that we should swap them out. We should send them, the ones that want communism, right? The ones that want to destroy America, the ones that burnt America down, the ones that burn our flags down, the ones that are always protesting, and give them what they want. Let's switch with people that can actually come to America, right, and love our country instead of hate it. Unlike the ones that live here are Americans and hate our country. Swap them out. Paperwork for paperwork, man. Just Drop them off, switch them off, let them go. Let them go, man. We don't really care. We don't care. And as far as you people that are constantly online talking about, on these platforms and everything, talking about, oh, I'm leaving America. Leave, man. Nobody cares. I don't think you people understand that the American people are not moved in any kind of way by you saying that you're leaving. All of Hollywood is bullshit. All of Hollywood is shit. Nobody even wants to be there. Nowadays, in order for you to, the people in Hollywood that have sold their souls and everything else for money and fame, they've done all kind of foul shit. You see it in their clothes that they wear and the bullshit they're worshiping and the Antichrist and all this other shit. Man, dude, we are not interested in it. This country wasn't founded on evil. It was not founded to be ruled by evil or the devil. The devil ain't shit, neither are his puppets. This is a nation under God, the God Almighty, the creator of all things, the king of the universe. Unlike your puppet that was created, we worship the creator. You're too ignorant to understand something like that, right? That's not something that you people will understand or go with, you know what I mean? Because you're not there. You know what I mean? So all these things that are happening in our country right now, you know, all the insanity, politicians running to other countries fighting for the rights, get that? The rights of a person that's not even an American citizen. Right? So the people in America voted these clowns in to represent gangsters and gangbangers from other countries, and even go as far as going over there to take care of that. Did you see any of those politicians go over there to North Carolina and all that when they got hit by the hurricane? Absolutely not. But let me let a criminal in here and get him out of here, and then all of a sudden we got a problem. Now you want to defend that. So I mean, is it very clear? Isn't it clear? Never mind what's being said, it's what's being done. Isn't it clear that these people are with this corruption, with destruction? I mean, come on, the game plan is real simple. Any idiot out there can see it. The game is cause all the mayhem and corruption you can because they're dying to take the country down. Right? All right, so I mean, it's not like real hard science. It's not like, you know, something you need a PhD to understand. It's basic. It's a basic dumb thing. You know why it's basic? Because there's nothing done under the sun that hasn't already been done. That's why. It's history repeating itself over and over and over every 30, 40 years, the same bullshit. So it's easy for us to see it because we've already seen this play out before. It's the same movie, again. Different characters, same movie playing out. Same shit. So there's no genius to understand this. But getting back to Trump going to Saudi Arabia. Now all of a sudden, they give him an aircraft that he takes on for the Department of Justice or for the government. All of a sudden, here comes the media, the puppets, the globalist puppets right away. Oh, he's taking bribes, he's doing this and that. Nah. Bribes are the ones your president took, Joe Biden, that sold you upstream. Those are the bribes. Those are real bribes. Bribes are the ones where politicians that make $178,000 a year are worth $150 million. Those are bribes. Bribes are the money that politicians have right now that they can't explain where that money came from. We'll tell you where that came. They stole it from us, we, the people. And you people that are out here that hate our country are so naive and ignorant that even when they're robbing your wallet, here you are cheering those people on. No wonder they thought they could just take this country 1, 2, 3. Because of you fools. You know what I mean? You people never learn, man. You people just never learn. You're so gullible. So ignorant. You know, you have no sense of what's really happening in the world. But here you are trying to tell us how this got to go. How the country has to, what we need to do to better the country. You were born yesterday, you're still wet behind your ears, and you still got shit staining your drawers, and here you are marching around talking about this is what needs to happen. But don't understand shit about life. Never held a job, live in your mom's basement, but here you are giving advice on what life is. Maybe you should first fix your life and maybe do something with it before you give an opinion like that. What do you think? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's just common sense crap that's going on in our country. You know? I mean, I don't even know, you know, where half of this crap comes from. But I know it's very easy to manipulate some of you people in this country. Very easy. I mean, these people will slap you in the face and come back tomorrow and tell you that they're on your side and you'll be friends with them again. Like if that didn't happen. This is how ignorant and naive you are. You know what shocks me the most? The older people that are out there chanting dumb shit against their own country. It's amazing how the people of my generation and generations before me are out here going against the United States of America, their home. I have a question for you. Where are you moving to if the country takes a fall? Where are you moving to? Guess what? Other countries don't even care about you. They hate you. So what are you going to do? Where are you going to move? Where are you going? You understand? This is our home. This is it. There is no other home. America is my home. So yeah, I'm going to defend her to the end. All the way. All the way. Without any hesitation whatsoever. No fear. Don't care what you bring, what you say. I don't care about none of that shit. But I am not bending a knee down to Antichrist. I'm not doing that. I only bend knees to the Creator, God Almighty. That's where it ends, right there. Men are men. They're nobody. None of them are invincible, no matter how much money they got. Right? Those facts will never change no matter what delusions are running in your mind like that. Contraire, all these globalists and all this shit that are out here causing all these problems and mayhem in our country and all around the world, because it's them. There's nobody else. It's them. Right? Not all of us are so blind that we don't see who the enemy of the United States is. And it's the globalist. And there's no way around that truth. Absolutely. They got their hands in everything that is wrong. Every war, every crime, every disease, every vaccine, they're all over that. It's all of them. But they convinced you, the fools, right, and the gullible, to believe that your fellow American brother and sister is the enemy. And you went for it all the way through. And even though those globalists cause mayhem all around the world and are responsible for mega death, millions of people around the world with their pharmaceutical bullshit and bioweapons, here you are still defending them. As if that never happened. As if millions of people around the world never died. Right? But you hold strong. You hold strong on your beliefs. You just stand there and take it. Understand this. We as an American people have always been free, and we will stay free for the rest of our lives. End the story. That whole control factor, every idea, a chip, a this, a that, a tracking device, check this, change your ID, bah, 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 all that. All of a sudden nowadays, like this whole new federal ID thing, all of a sudden your ID, your license is no good. But you've bought, you've cashed checks, you've gotten jobs, you've gotten in every federal building, you've got all, and the ID was great then. But now, because they're scamming as always, and the whole thing of control, now we got to give up our licenses and switch them again to the next technology. Passports, right away. Chips in them. Chips for who? Chip for what? Why do I need to be tracked like an animal as a free man? Why? I just need to know why that passport needs to have a chip in it. Why does it have to have all that? Again, it's all about control. But whatever. You know what? The thing about it is this. You people that are with all this, the Democrats and all these liberals and everything that are so hell-bent on being slaves to these globalists, right? You're such a small number, you're irrelevant. Have you noticed that we don't even see you, we even talk to you and don't even care? Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that even people on your party have left that group? Because they see it. They see it. All you have to do, man, is take the blinders off and you'll see this as easy as pie to see what's happening in America. But nobody listens. Nobody listens. I mean, it's insane. It's what it is. It's not reality. They're not living in the real world. You need to get the hell out of those phones and those computers, man. You need to start living your life. You know? All of a sudden you got JFK, Kennedy there trying to get our food correct. He wants to stop the chemical. All right? Now it's chemical warfare with these chemtrails, right? So here he is trying to stop us from being poisoned. You, me, My kids, your grandkids, my grandkids, your mom and daddy. And here you are fighting against it. Who does that? Who in their right mind stands for being killed, poisoned, and everything else and enslaved? Who fights for that? People flee countries over things like that. People flee countries over all those reasons. And here are the Americans that have been spoiled their whole lives, right? Acting like this is normal, to be against everything that is true. Oh man, you people are some serious, easy people to just take advantage of, man. Unbelievable, the shit. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. But the majority of you hating this country, hating our flag, burning flags, will not leave the United States, though. That's the problem. And what does that tell you? What does that tell you? There you go. There you go. There's the proof, you know? Because if the shit that comes out of your mouth all the time here on these podcasts and on these videos that people make and everything else, if that were true, you would have been gone. And I think maybe 5 people that I think are people that, you know, were constantly threatening, like Rosie O'Donnell and all these other idiots. They left this and that. Oh, great. And what's going to happen? The United States is going to cave in. It's going to fall over because a person that hates their own country left the country. Why would that affect us in any kind of way? It wouldn't. It's just a waste of time. All of it is. It's all a waste of time. I don't understand what the point is. But, you know, can't fix stupid. And this is proof of that shit, isn't it? Come on. It has to change. You people need to get your shit together real quick here. Everybody else is doing it. Just you clowns are the only ones here that still continue on pushing this shit. Ridiculous. As if healthcare cost doesn't cost you money just like it costs me money. As if we continue letting these people keep spraying chemicals through our world and destroying and contaminating our foods and everything else, if that right there affects all people. It doesn't affect a certain party of people. So the people that are spraying the chemicals in the air, right, and poisoning our food, these food industries and everything, right, that have been given a shit that they know, even petroleum in kids' foods and everything. Do you think that they took a second to think, well, wait a minute, make sure that only the cereal of the conservatives and the Republicans get the chemicals, but only spray the part of the sky where the Republicans and the conservatives are? No. You know what they're doing? They're spraying everybody, including you, the one that cheers them on. You people, man, what a disgrace. What an ignorant way to be, an ignorant way to think. I feel sorry for you people. You people are done before you even get out to the real world, man. Unbelievable. Everything's about emotions and feelings and this and that. Nobody even cares. It's ridiculous. You're going to learn real quick that the world doesn't owe you anything. You don't come and being born to this where you came with nothing and you're leaving with nothing. Even the rich are leaving without nothing. They ain't taking shit. It's the end game to all this for everyone. Hating on Elon Musk and Doge because they exposed all the robberies. Because you're hating them because they stole. They told you who stole your money and what has been done with your money. And now you're angry. The only ones that should be angry, right? And I understand why they're angry, are the corrupt politicians, cops, everything that is corrupt that takes money from there. Those are the ones. How about the fact that the USAID was funding the Taliban? Oh, man. Come on. What about the fact that someone else was running the country but not Biden for 4 years? Who was running the country? Who was running the country? Well, it's easy to know that. The answer to that is easy, right? Because all the policies and everything that came through and went through were all in the name of destroying America. So what does that mean? The globalists and their puppets were doing that. Biden had nothing to do with this presidency that just passed for 4 years. He didn't have a damn thing to do with it. Come on. Any fool knows that that dude was gone, been gone for a long time. And every doctor that lied, those doctors that lied and said he was in great shape, they should all lose their licenses instantly. Instantly. It shouldn't even be a thought. Those doctors should be gone already. Don't even give them no explanations, no nothing. We all know why they did that. Because they were part of the destruction of America, the plan to destroy America. And every man or woman that's out there, whether she's working or he's working in Congress or they're working as cops, if they're working in the government, whatever it is, and they're part of that shit, they're not Americans. These are just traitors to our nation and our people. Right? Now you get all these people out here, right? Making videos. And here's the thing. A lot of us have been deplatformed from certain sites and apps and all this other shit, right? Why? Because we have expressed our opinion. But if someone on that left gets on there, like school teachers and all that, talking about someone needs to take the president out, we should get kill this guy, this and that, those videos never get taken down. So what does that tell you about the platform? What does it tell you? Who owns it? There you go, right? And so, this goes on and on and on. It's a never-ending situation, and it just never stops. It never stops. So there's no point in dealing with it. We can't take these people serious in any kind of way. Their words don't matter. None of that matters. None of it. They're irrelevant. Even the crooked politicians and all that. But what we need to do is figure out why Republicans have voted against the bill to help this country. So now you got to tell me this. How far do you have to investigate to realize, right, that the Republicans that voted against the bills that are going to help this country, who do they work for? It's obvious it ain't us. We pay them with tax dollars, but they don't work for us. Imagine that. Imagine that. So these people, they need to come out of there. These fake Republicans gotta go. They have to be pulled out of our party. We have to get rid of these people strongly. We have to come out here and force and vote it hard. We need to get rid of every Republican that's voted against anything to help America. These guys have been doing this with Joe Biden for so long, they believe that this is just going to go on like this and that the people will never do anything about it. They're wrong. Just like they were wrong. Why did Kamala not win? Because we've had it with your bullshit. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Deal with it. Whether you like it or not, it's a wrap. It's over. Game over. So, people need to start doing what they need to do. We as Americans are doing what we need to do, but you other idiots that supposedly are Americans, you guys are far from being Americans, aren't you? You guys are totally against us, our country, our flag, and everything that we believe and stand for. You're a sad group of people. Your opinions don't mean anything. Your ridiculousness, the insane things that come out of your mouth. All right? So, we need to get this together. It's working. It's coming together. All the Democrats were pissed. All of them. When Trump went out to Saudi Arabia. Came back with what? $1 trillion point something worth of money and of business coming to the United States. And here you are. Did you see any of the mainstream media report any of that? Hell no. Not one. Not one thing. Nothing. None of that is there. You know why it's not there? Because the mainstream media is owned by the globalists. So they are not going to show you anything positive, only everything negative. All they want to do is cause conflict within our own country. That's it. That's the design of that. And this is the reason why nobody watches that shit much anymore. Nobody cares. Right? So now, because the globalists can't control the media, the regular platforms that are out there, the podcasts and everything else, we get all everyday information of everything that's happening with a video to prove that what we're saying is happening, not just an opinion. You know what I mean? So, this is something that, we just got to realize who our enemies are, as they have done that themselves. We're just recognizing what they're doing. So when we call them out on it, right away, it's a bad deal for us, right? Right away, it's racist, or it's, homophobic, or it's Islamic phobia. It's this, that, and the other. All that shit. Everything but the truth. We're just against anything that's trying to hurt us as human beings. Anything that's trying to hurt us or our family or our country. That's it. That's the truth versus the lie. But if you people continue on your way, I don't think it's going to be a good thing for you to keep going that way. It's insane. It's insane what you guys are doing. Let me ask you this. What were those Congress people trying to prove over there at that ICE facility? What were they trying to prove? What? They thought that the people were just going to start rioting and take down the whole place? Why would we do that? This is what we voted for. This is what we wanted. There was nothing else. This is what we as the people wanted, and that's why that president is sitting in the Oval Office today, because that's what we, the people, our will was. And our will is also finish the job, clean house, convict and lock up every politician and every corrupt scumbag that has anything to do with government. Cops, FBI, doesn't matter who the fuck. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what your title is. If you're a corrupt scumbag, you're going down. That's it. That's it. And like I said, the only thing that's going to end this is when the rest start with the politicians. And I'm not talking about just losing your job. No, absolutely not. I'm talking about you're going to prison. You're going to see what a cell is. That's what we need. That's it. This is how you end this. Put them away. You think other politicians are going to want to take that money when they see others going down? They ain't going to do it. They're not going to do it. It don't matter if they say, hey, I'll give you $1 billion. Nope, I ain't doing that. I ain't getting convicted. Nope. So in the end, let the globalists come out here and do it themselves. I forgot. They don't do that neither. They're cowards. They just talk shit from afar, hiding in the shadows. That's why they call them the shadow government, because they're cowards and they're hiding all the time. You know what I mean? They don't come out here in the open and say anything, because they really believe that everybody doesn't know what's going on. They ain't too bright, man. These people are not too bright. They're just criminals. That's it. So anyway, you gotta love the way Trump is rocking it, man. Come on. You can hate the man all you want. The dude is doing the job. He's doing it awesome. You ain't gonna take, this dude, you cannot. In my lifetime, he's the best president ever in my lifetime. And I know there's been some big ones. George Washington, Lincoln, Kennedy. Yeah, there have been. Look what happened to Kennedy when he started doing what Trump's doing. Right away, right? Well, it isn't going to be like that this time. It's not going to be that simple at all. I'm not going to waste my time arguing with my fellow Americans or being at war with my fellow Americans. No. We the people got our eye on the true enemy. We're not stupid, dude. We are not stupid. We are not going to fall for your bullshit. We're watching you a lot more than you think. We're watching you harder than you're watching us. We know exactly who you are. So, let's see what happens. A lot of this stuff is just left to be played out, isn't it? We're going to find out as the situations come along. We're going to figure this out. All I know is that right now, I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier for my country, for my countrymen, because we are winning right now. True justice is back, not corruption. Globalists want to run corruption anywhere else, and they bought all those other governments around the world, and they're destroying those countries and destroying their culture and everything else. That's their problem. But not here, bro. Not here. Not now, not ever. It's not going to be handed to you. We're not giving you our country. This country doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us. We the people that build it. We the people that keep it running. We the people that fix the infrastructures. We the people do that. Not some clown on a computer. No, it doesn't work that way. It's not how you build things. It's not how you build a country. It's not how you build a military. Not from a computer. We the people do that. This is our country. Yeah, this whole thing with the Second Amendment. I hear people all the time talking nonsense, even in the news. Oh, why do you need a 30-round magazine to go hunt a deer? It's not what the Second Amendment says. The Second Amendment says keep armed to the teeth so that when the government decides to go rogue, overthrow it. That is what it says. Am I making that shit up? Go read it. Go read it. Call it misinformation if you want to. Just like it says that if you are caught committing treason, you could be hung to death over that. I've said that in my past videos one time and they took my video down. Misinformation. I don't know. I don't know what constitution they're reading, but the one I read, the United States one, it says that. You know why those things were written like that? Because even then, mankind has always been the same. And they continue to do these stupid things. So the founding fathers knew this. And here we are, 250 years later, 200 years later, whatever. Again, and this is the reason why that Constitution is vital to the existence of America. And you know what? Keep saying democracy all you want. America is not a democracy. Never has been, never will be. That's another thing that the corrupt brought into play. America, all right, is a constitutional republic. This is for all of you college students that don't know this yet. Learn it. Learn the truth. Read the thing. At least once in your life. Read it once. Our God-given rights weren't given to us by a piece of shit globalist, rapist, child molester. You understand? Our right to exist. Our God-given rights were given to us by God the Creator, not by a clown in a suit. Learn these things. Know the truth of the power of the people of this nation. Learn it. Half of you out there, the reason you are the way you are and think the way you think is because you've never gone 1 inch to do your own research about anything. Your research as far as that goes, this is CNN. There's your information. Get the hell out of here. It's over, man. It's over. They're holding on strong. They're waiting. They're waiting for something. And so are we. Let's see. Let's see. I don't threaten anybody, but our president gets threatened every day. I don't threaten nobody on this. I just answer to the threats that are being thrown out there. To our president, to our good congressmen, congressmen and congresswomen that have been doing the right thing and want the right thing for our nation. They're being threatened all the time. But they don't take those videos down. Absolutely not. So whose side are you on? You know what the crazy thing is? All these millionaires and billionaires that have all these platforms and all that became rich here in America because of the American people. And here you are trying to censor us and tell us what to say and what not to say. Well, I got news for you, man. That is not the way things are going to go in this country. No. No. Not at all. Not at all. You had your chance. You blew it. All of you did. And if I ever see another post again about Zuckerberg talking about that he wants to help the Trump administration, let me tell you something, Mr. Zuckerberg, you globalist scumbag. You showed your true colors a long time ago, and we saw everything we had to see. Okay? Your platform was used to get people to line up in line and look at the suffering they're going through over this bullshit with this vaccine, and look what's happening to the people. All you fact checkers did this too. You all did this. You brought a lot of pain to our country, a lot of unnecessary death, and a lot of unnecessary suffering. You brought that shit here. You did that. You all conspired to do that to us as a nation. But here we are. Here we are. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. This is our home. Respect it. End the story. Talk all you want. Everybody has opinions. Doesn't mean shit. Just like my videos don't mean anything. Some will like it, some won't. So what? But it's my freedom to speak my mind. It is my freedom to criticize politicians that are corrupt and call them out on their corruption. So, anyway, with that, my fellow Americans, God bless you. God bless you, patriots. God bless America. With God, we will win. We never lose with God. We will never lose with God on our side. Let's never forget that this nation is the God Almighty's nation and blessed us with it. It's up to us to keep it right, do right. All right. You guys have a great day. It's a beautiful Sunday today. Like and subscribe. Follow me. I can't get on the algorithm of YouTube. They won't let me do that because I am not. My videos are not on their side. You know what I mean? So they're not going to let me get on the rhythm where people can actually see my videos. So all I can basically do is post them there and then put them on a platform like X in order to have people see them, you know, because they will not let my video play that way. They won't have that. They just keep me blackballed and on a blacklist like they've always done, right, with everything else. But that's their problem. Eventually other platforms will come up and other apps will come up, and that's it. That's what people need to do. Open another platforms, open up other, sites where people can literally go there, like True Social X, and just go on and on with it, you know. And a little at a time, we just phase out all the ones that are controlled by the globalists, just like we phased out all their mainstream media. That's how we do that. We just crush them, you know. How do you hurt the billionaire? By always messing with their money. They don't like that. So if we don't buy their product, they're eventually going to do it the way we want it, or we won't buy your crap. Same thing with all these platforms that censor everybody because they don't like what people have to say, right? Even if it's not threatening, even if it doesn't matter. If you're a conservative on the right, some of these platforms are not going to let you get through with it. But some clown makes a video jumping off a roof, breaking his arm, and he gets 10 billion views right away. Because that's what they want. They want you to stay dumb. They don't want you to hear anything about truth. Anything. Just like they shut us all down when we try to warn people about that vaccine. Every doctor, every scientist, they shut everybody down. This is what they do. You know what I mean? We saw that happen. That's not just an opinion. That's a fact. That happened. And it continues to happen. So know the truth. Know the truth. Inform yourself. All right, you guys have a great day. It's the end of this video. See you guys on the next one.